Namaste and welcome to the weekly weather discussion. This time on the status of southwest monsoon during the past 1 week and its outlook for the ensuing 2 weeks. Myself, Sunita Devi from India Meteorological Department. Subsequent to the revival of southwest monsoon from the second week of July, and it's covering the entire country on 13th July, the monsoon in general remained to be quite active over major parts of South Peninsular India and some parts of Northwest India. Let's have a look initially on the major weather systems which contributed to this sort of rainfall. We may see here that the western part here of the monsoon trough, monsoon trough had got established with the monsoon covering the entire country on 13th July, and its western part remained to the south of its normal position for the initial 2 days on 16th and 17th July. Which shifted back to its near normal position subsequently. And whereas its eastern part in the initial days, it remained to the north of normal position till 20th, and it shifted southwards since yesterday, that is on 21st July. And there was a persistent offshore trough along the west coast, sometimes extending from Maharashtra coast to Kerala coast, sometimes from Gujarat coast to Karnataka coast. Anyhow, it persisted all through the week. And there was an east-west shear zone which was quite stubborn during the initial few days of the week, which contributed to the much quantum of rainfall occurring over South Peninsular India. And apart from these features, there were several cyclonic circulations, one over northwest Bay of Bengal, which gave rise to the current low pressure area which formed today. And there were several other cyclonic circulations, brief period duration, embedded in the east-west shear zone as well as along the monsoon trough zone. This circulation also contributed to the rainfall over which happened over northwest India. Here, what we are seeing is the cloud evolution along with the revival, after the subsequent to the revival, how the cloud pattern evolved in association with the monsoon flow pattern can be seen in the left hand panel. And whereas the right hand panel, we are noticing the rainfall belt, how the rainfall belt migrated from south to north gradually. And one noticeable feature is that there had been several events of extremely heavy rainfall occurring mainly along the west coast, Konkan. On almost all days during the week, Konkan witnessed extremely heavy rainfall events, including Mumbai. And then otherwise other regions which experience this type of rainfall, that is more than rainfall exceeding 20 centimeter or more, it had been over eastern Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Haryana, then Himachal Pradesh. On 1 or 2 days during the week, these regions also witnessed such rainfall events. Then here another feature or noticeable feature is the exceptionally heavy rainfall of 48 centimeter which was recorded over Mahabaleshwar during the past 24 hours ending today at 8:30. That is the 48 centimeter. We may notice that it is the record rainfall happening for the month of July for this particular place. Earlier record had been 44 centimeter occurred on 7th July 1977. And also when we see the all-time record for the season as a whole, it is just 1 centimeter short of the all-time record which happened on 11th August 2008, which is 49 centimeter for Mahabaleshwar. Here what we are seeing is the activity, monsoon activity. It is a scale for the strength of rainfall, for the health of monsoon, we may say. That is, we will be defining based on the long period average rainfall, how many times it is more or less. These color, blue and green colors are normal or active situations, and the dark blue colors denote vigorous monsoon conditions when the rainfall is more than 4 times the long period average. Here we may notice that during the initial period, due to the presence of east-west shear zone and weak monsoon trough, which is whose eastern end did not dip into the Bay of Bengal, that time it was happening like central India and northern plains, Indo-Gangetic plains. The monsoon remained to be weak or subdued. Then further, there is an extension happening from 18th onwards, and 18, 19, 20, 21 till today. We may see that there had been activity over not only over the South Peninsular India, the rainfall belt has extended for northwards over to eastern central India and as well as over northwest India. However, the noticeable point and another noticeable point is that over Kerala, the rainfall was never vigorous. It either remained normal or sometimes it was active on a only one day it was active, and Lakshadweep remained to be subdued all through the week. So this demarcates the importance of the contribution from the east-west shear zone as well as the monsoon trough zone, and there was not much contribution from the cross-equatorial flow strengthening and giving rise to the rainfall. That is what this rainfall pattern indicates. And for now, we will have a look at how this week's rainfall, which was near normal, contributed to the season's rainfall for the subdivision, meteorological subdivision wise. And for the broad geographical regions, when we consider, we can see from this table that South Peninsula fared very well. That is, much above normal rainfall happened over South Peninsula. Here we can see all blue, except Kerala, all other subdivisions are either blue or dark blue, is showing excess above normal and much above normal rainfall. And the central belt is deficient, demarcated by the red color, whereas we have some odd cyclonic circulations and contribution from the much westward location of the Tibetan anticyclone. This region of northwest India, including the hills, received normal to above normal rainfall activity, and all these contributed to the seasonal rainfall activity in such a way that the seasonal rainfall deficiency now it has reduced to -5% for the country as a whole. So till 21st July, this is the picture for the seasonal rainfall. And the region, the broad geographical region of northeast and northeast India, it is having the large highest deficiency of -13%, followed by northwest India 9% and central India 8%, whereas South Peninsula is excess with 20%, plus 20%. This is the seasonal picture. And on day-to-day basis, how the rainfall had been, this graph will be showing you. Here we may see that we had the all India average rainfall remained subdued during this particular spell, that is 21st June to 11th July. And following the gradual revival from the second week of July, currently the rainfall activity has increased over this region, this particular region which is demarcated by this line. It is the monsoon core zone, we may say, where the monsoon trough activity will be contributing to the rainfall, and this is the rain-fed agricultural zone as well. So here also, this region also is experiencing an increase in rainfall during the past 2 days at least. So here now what we are seeing here is the major weather systems prevailing on the weather maps as on today. Here, as I told earlier, today early morning, there was a low pressure area. This low pressure area, which was as predicted, it formed over northwest Bay of Bengal. So this associated cyclonic circulation, there is a circulation, quite deep circulation, which is extending up to mid-tropospheric levels, that is up to 400 HPA level. which is having a pronounced southwestward tilt with height. Apart from this, we have this active offshore trough. Then the monsoon trough is now the western end is somewhat slightly to the, though slightly to the north of normal position, it is still there. And the plus point is that across the low pressure area, the eastern end of the monsoon trough is dipping to the towards the east central Bay of Bengal and bringing in moisture towards the eastern rain deprived states. So that is the condition. Here there is a western disturbance also in the form of a trough prevailing, which is also contributing to certain amount of rainfall over parts of which is now currently it is not active. This region is not active, but with the in the presence of the western disturbance, there is thunderstorm development happening over parts of plains of northwest India as well. So here, this is a forecast, model forecast. The GFS predicted a wind pattern, wind flow pattern at 1.5 kilometer above mean sea level, roughly. And along with this, whatever shaded zones we are seeing is the rainfall in millimeter, daily rainfall. So how the wind pattern is evolving along with the rainfall. From that, what we can deduce is that the present low pressure area, which is located over northwest Bay of Bengal, it might be moving inland by tomorrow. Then for the next 2 days, it might be further moving along the west monsoon trough, in a west northwestward direction. And the rainfall belt also, we can see how it is extending in this pattern. And along the west coast, the ongoing activities there in association with the west offshore trough, it is likely to continue. And the offshore trough also, it is likely to persist for at least for 2 to 3 days more. Then the specific system other than these two are the likely northward shift of the eastern end of the monsoon trough subsequently. That also is we can deduce from these forecasts. So based on this pattern, whatever forecasts given for today are like there is likelihood of this whatever red color markings are there. They are the regions which we expect extremely heavy rainfall as on today. They comprise of southern parts of Chhattisgarh, southern districts of Chhattisgarh, some parts of Vidarbha. Then along the west coast we have Konkan and Goa. Then adjoining Ghat areas of Madhya Maharashtra. All these regions, we are expecting some extremely heavy rainfall in association with this cyclonic circulation, southwestward tilted cyclonic circulation associated with this low pressure area. So here over the sea area also a lot of warnings we have provided based on the strong winds prevailing over the sea. So these sea area warnings are continuing for fishermen especially, and otherwise the isolated heavy to very heavy falls are also likely over Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand on 25th and 26th. This why we are expecting is on account of the more stronger easterlies likely in association with the slight northward shift in the monsoon trough axis. And at the same time, there will be a reduction towards as we go ahead with in days during this period. There could be slight reduction in. We can see the less warning as we move ahead in time. From 23rd, 24th, then 25th and 26th, more and more rainfall belt is we are expecting to get confined to the northern belt alone. And at the same time, towards the end of this period, we are expecting an increase in rainfall activity over the northeastern states as well. So from 26th July, Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, and Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, at present, which is going on a much subdued activity phase, this might be getting an enhanced rainfall as well. So to finally, we are what our outlook says for the next 2 weeks. For week 1, for the period 23rd July to 29 July, we may notice this is a pattern as given by the multimodal ensemble forecast. So we can notice here this whatever shown in the left panel is the actual amount of rainfall which we expect to be getting realized during this period, and this is the rainfall anomaly with respect to its long period average. So here the ongoing normal to above normal rainfall spell is likely to continue for the country as a whole during this period, that is week 1. That is our expectation, is mainly in association with this low pressure, in the presence of low pressure area and other active monsoon conditions like presence of the monsoon trough and offshore trough. So Gujarat state, parts of South Kerala, coastal and Ghat areas of Karnataka, Maharashtra, western parts of Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Punjab, some parts of Uttar Pradesh, that is mainly the parts adjoining Uttarakhand, then Gangetic West Bengal and northeastern states. Along with that, Andaman and Nicobar Islands also might be witnessing normal to above normal rainfall during the period 23rd to 29 July. And then coming to the week 2, where slightly vague picture only we will be presenting, but still this is the this is our expectation that the rainfall activity could be subdued over major parts of India outside the northernmost belt close to the foothills of Himalayas. So going by this, what our prediction is that the monsoon trough might be keeping maintaining a slightly north of its normal position, even though a low pressure area is predicted by majority of the models. It is the area of predicted area of formation is predicted to be in slightly in the northern belt, that is over North Bay of Bengal and adjoining Bangladesh West Bengal region. So if this is happening, it will be activating the monsoon trough over that region, and the trough is likely to shift northwards, and as a result there is likelihood of fairly widespread rainfall with isolated heavy to very heavy falls over northeast and adjoining eastern India on to prevail during most of the days of the week 2, that is 30th July to 5th August. And along with this, there could be as a whole, when we can see this anomaly figure also, subdued activity over major parts of India, including peninsular India and central India. So here the normal to above normal rainfall activity is likely over western Himalayan region, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh and Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal and Sikkim and northeastern states.